minutes late. Sorry about that. So how's everybody doing? Uh, well, I'm gonna pull a Michael White and tell everybody I'm over here doing laundry. Uh, again, it don't matter. It don't matter. It's got to be done. It saves money doing it over here once in a while than it does having a big washer and dryer and you go in there and you're washing up 3 or 4 items at a time. So, hmm. Ah, hi, Liz. Glad to see you. It's oh heck, what? It's $2,200 where you're at, isn't it? 10 o'clock. Remember. Yeah, here it's 1,400. So how have you been doing? What did you do today? I'm out here in the truck doing laundry. I'm over here at the laundromat doing laundry. Nothing wrong with that. You got to do laundry once in a while. Today I'm hiding from a stinking puppy. I'm out here sitting and hiding from the sun and the heat. So what'd you do today, Liz? Oh, okay. So are you under 18? I'm just wondering. Hello, Damon kids, D-Main kids. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Hi, Jack Nickerson. Hi from Canada. Yes, I've got several Canadian people I talk to. Some from. Ah, okay, Liz, that makes sense. Okay, I wondered about that school and soccer practice, and everybody else I talk to is either senior. No, I don't mean seniors. Are all over retirement age or around retirement age, and so school and soccer told me you was young. You were young. So yeah, I've got several people from Canada, England, and I've got one guy I talked to. He's from let's see here. He's near Helsinki. Hello, Roadrunner. This is another Canadian Jack Nickerson, Roadrunner. Okay, have a good day. Have a good night, bye, Lies. See, nice meeting you. So anyway, I'm over here doing laundry again. Okay, bye, the mine kids. Did everybody hit the like button? Yeah, Roadrunner Lies is 15 and she's over in Europe where they tell time by the it's like 2,200 hours over there, so it's 10 o'clock. Hello, Dreddy. But yeah, sitting over here thinking of something to talk about. Yeah, Grumlin got up early this morning. This is nasty, but Grumlin got up this morning. We're gonna have to keep Spicer almost. He'll be 8 weeks old tomorrow. A puppy off of Grumlin's bench because Grumlin got up early to go do his YouTube channel and sit down and getting all comfy. And got a handful of dog squat. He kind of woke up a little. He woke me up a little hostile. I had to go clean that up. We're gonna have to train the Spice to stay off that bench unless he's up there with Wayne Gremlin for loving. And if anybody's interested in like police shows, police drama, chasing people with taserings and all of that, yes, they do Roadrunner. Hello, Jesse Hernandez. I'm not sure, Jesse Hernandez. I'm pretty sure. I think I might go to heaven. I've led a pretty good life, but then again, who knows? I'm not gonna debate religion. I just think I might go to heaven because led a pretty good life. Yes, we have, Jesse. That's what I'm saying. Anything anybody's doing is between them and God. Oh, that business about you gotta go confess your sins to a clergy person. I don't believe in that. Okay, I see where this is going, Murder Maze. You gotta go. We don't use that kind of language. I don't care if everybody else is. We're not using that. But yeah, I think I've led a pretty good life. Uh, from when I was like 11 until 53, I took care of. Hi, quick Vic. I took care of my mom. She had a breakdown when I was mental breakdown when I was 11. Panic anxiety disorder and couldn't be left home alone. Exactly, Roadrunner. I don't know how they meant that. With a name like they've got, that may be normal to them, but I don't want to talk like that and be upsetting people, because you got other nice people that don't want to hear that. But yeah, from when I was 11, my mom had a nervous breakdown. She has panic anxiety disorder and couldn't be left home alone. So until I was about 53, yeah, hi Amy, till I was about 52, I stayed around taking care of Mama, helping her with her stuff. So I think I might go to heaven. Exactly, Roadrunner. I think it's ridiculous in music. Uh, they've got it out there in where they're singing that word all the time in music, and then you get out in a group of just other people, and somebody mess around and say that because they're for that music, and see how fast they get their head knocked off. So, what have you done today, Amy? Besides putter around your garden, I know you garden a lot. And how much have you had to drink tonight? I'm picking. I don't care about drinks. I just care about people out there drinking and driving, and ended up with the police having to come out to their house. So, have y'all looked at Gremlin's new video? Ah, okay. I knew you'd been dealing with your garden. You probably catch up with family's good. Have y'all saw Gremlin's new video? I saw it yesterday, and he decided to make a video of it. It is funny as heck. As a man goes in McDonald's showing his behind over at McNuggets, and when the police get there, he's unconscious on the counter. But yeah. So anyway, hi Shawl Dog. Thank you. But yeah, Grandma woke me up this morning about 4 o'clock, getting ready to do his video stuff, and I had to get up and clean up a mess. Oh, good, Roadrunner. Yeah. My dad used to run a tiller, Roadrunner, but he was crazy. But my dad, I mean that literally. He was crazy. He was standing out there on a tiller and dig till the tiller was bogged up into the ground. The ground was above the tiller until he killed the soil. He was a nut. But yeah, this is very funny. And hi, Mrs. All About Me. Yeah, well, I'm over here at work. I'm over here at the laundromat. Hi, Genty. Good to see you. Moo moo. You're not late, Genty. You got here right on time. It's 2:11. That's not late. Yeah, I'm over here at the laundromat washing clothes. So that has everybody hit the like button? If not, Glenn. If not, Shiz might show up in a thong. But yeah, I'm over here doing laundry again. Had to take garbage to the road. Well, I put it in the can outside, but last week we missed the garbage truck, so now I'm sitting on the side of the road patiently waiting for tomorrow. That's aggravating, but better than what it was with having to carry it to the dump. Yeah, they had a 15-year-old girl came in here a little bit ago. She didn't really have a lot to talk to us about because she's 15, and it's like I told her, we had a lot of older people in here. The tears of poor people. Hi. Hello, Package Dice. Well, I can shout out Package Dice if you subscribe. That'd be nice. Hello, hello, Tears of Poor People. Oh, I'm good, Tears of Poor People. I'm over here washing clothes at the laundromat. Our house is too small for laundry stuff. Thank you, Package Dice. Too small for a washer and dryer. So I come over here. It saves money. It saves money too, because you don't run into, gotta just like 3 or 4 items, you run in there, run it through the washer and dryer. Gotta wait till you get some money. Hello, some clothes. Hello, peasant. Okay, bye, peasant. No, my parents weren't related to each other. Peasant can go fly a kite. Oh, okay. Well, the tears of poor people. I'm in America. Sorry, that's nice to know. Okay, muted video. Oh, how muted video? Huh. It's not Thursday. It's Wednesday where I'm at. Yes, it is, Aunt Genty. And this may sound crazy. Thank you, Amy. But yes, I do too. Tears of poor people. Hi, Cody. But this is crazy. Talk about where my parents related to each other. My mom and my dad. My mom was born like in close to Texas side of Louisiana. My dad was born the other side of Louisiana. And they ended up growing up like 30, 40 miles from each other and met in South Louisiana and got married. Now that's cool. Oh, well, Cody, I was in Arizona. I'm just all around now. Well, Tears, I'd be your friend on YouTube, but as far as you trying to get over here, never mind. I can't help you. You'd be on the first plane home before Cat could lick his butt. Hello, Brian Z. Yes, it is Wednesday. Muted video voodoo. Yeah. Well, Brian Z. If she's a forgiving woman, you can apologize. Of course, don't be surprised if when you're drunk you wake up like Willie Nelson did, tied to the bedposts in a sheet, and her working you over with a broom handle. That was funny. Now I'm not advocating violence. I'm just saying, oh, if it was an accident, sorry about that. Accident, yeah, or at least cut back. See a minute, Roadrunner. At least cut back on the drinking. I saw they had a court case where they had a guy showed up. Oh, well, then you shouldn't be cheating with a man. If you hit her because you're drunk and you're cheating with a man, it's time to go. Exactly, muted voodoo. And I don't advocate cheating. I think you should not cheat. I don't care if it's male, female, or barn animals. Although I think the animals should be left out of it. Oh, oh, Cody, that's bad. Arizona doesn't have a lot of water, so that's pretty much going to be a bad deal. Well, Brian, see, drinking doesn't make you that way. You are that way and drinking brings it out. That's like you see the shyest person in the world get to drinking and they turn into part life of the party. That's who they really are on the inside, and the drinking brings it out. So, well, Brian Z, sounds like you're gonna be a jerk, so you're gonna go. Uh, you're a jerk. Hello, miscellaneous. You're a jerk, and I don't appreciate people talking about somebody being rich and then she's broke, so she can't leave. Uh, she would if it was me, I would leave. I would leave, and you wouldn't be happy when I left. I'd put you on blast. See you later, Brian Z. Bye. Yeah, tears of poor people. Miscellaneous, he was talking to me, and he was talking about he had got drunk and accidentally hit his girlfriend because she found out he was gay. But only when I'm drunk. I don't care if you're, I don't care who you're sleeping with. I care that you're being a jerk to somebody, and he was being a jerk. And up in here trying to justify what he was doing. I don't justify that. I think that's wrong. Oh, oh no, Cody. I hope it doesn't get your house or anything important to you. Is it close to Phoenix or Tucson? Yes, he was. Yes, he was, Jenny. And you'll see so many people, men and women, who have the upper hand financially, being abusive to their partner. Ooh, no, 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 no. Okay, everybody, send up prayers for oh heck, Michael LaChapelle. He lives near Tucson. There's a big fire in Arizona, and we don't want him to get burned out. Yeah, but okay. Wonder how much longer on that laundry. Oh, no, about 30 minutes. I'll go check in a few minutes. But yeah, I don't think you should abuse each other because somebody's got more money. Thank you, Tears for people. So hi, Susan. How? Yeah, I'm sitting over here munching on chips and drinking soda. Well, Genty, yeah, that's sad, but in the UK, y'all have more water. Thank you, Cody. Y'all have more water than Arizona does. Arizona, something catches on fire. That's a major. Oh no, that's a desert over in Arizona. Okay, I'll send you my blessings. Tears for poor people. Oh, Spice is getting huge. I put out a little video the other day of him It's running full speed across the yard. He's not going to get much bigger if he don't quit pooping on Gremlin's workbench. You know where Gremlin sits up there to do his computer work. He got up this morning and went in there and said I got all comfortable and put his hand down to shift over, and I had to wake up at 2 o'clock this morning and clean it up. Yeah, yeah. My dad. Well, of Poor People. I don't know how to get a hold of you either. I'm sorry. And if you're trying to talk me into helping you get to America, I'm not doing that. That's illegal, and I can't lie about anything, right? So I wouldn't work. Thank you, Tears for Poor People. Uh, yes, they do, Genty. Hello, Gaming Quest. Well, Gaming Quest. Funny you should ask that. I don't have any children, but I have. Oh heck, I have a half sister with a niece. Well, I've got a niece. She's married. She's married and got several mixed children. I don't remember how many. I don't really talk to her. I've got a niece that I know has 3 mixed children, and then another niece that I know has around 3 mixed children. So I don't care about mixed. It doesn't matter to me, as long as you're treating each other right and being good to each other. Oh, okay. Tears for Poor People. You shouldn't do that. That's a way to get people calling you. I didn't mean to be ugly. Tears for Poor People, but they were. I imagine it was a guy getting around a marriage scam to come to America. Oh, I already got rid of Tears for Poor People. I'm sorry he had to go, cause I saw where it was coming. He was gonna hit me up for a marriage scam and a green card, and that's not gonna happen because I imagine he would be on the first plane back to Sri Lanka. I'm eating potato chips for the Americans and crisps for the people from UK. Yes, he was. And the name Tears for Poor People sounded a whole lot like he was leading up to I'm so poor, help me get over here to go to America. Get a job. Like I said, I'm not going to prison on a dang uh, green card scam. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he was doing. But I got a text from my nephew this morning. He was asking me questions about uh, hello, the bookie worm. Yeah, exactly, the boogie worm. He could find somebody to get him over here, but it's like I said. Hello, Shadow Milk Cookie. But like I said, I got a feeling as soon as they got off at the airport, they'd be back on another plane back to where they came from or to Gitmo. And I'm not making fun of those people. The ones that legitimately came over here to try to make a better life for themselves and get jobs and get citizenship and all of that. I'm glad they're here. But the ones that are criminals and they have wandered across just to be criminals and mooch off of the American people, I don't appreciate that. I know the sweetest Filipino lady I used to drive for, and she didn't speak English when she first got here. I said, I said, you don't speak much English. I speak with an accent and a speech impediment, so we can understand each other. And before I left, uh, she was speaking better English, and she's working over at Walmart, and working her way toward citizenship. I'm pretty sure, and just happy as can be. So, what have you been doing today, Bookie Worm? Sitting around watching yes, they would, Bookie Worm. Yeah. I figured you was a big reader. What do you read, Bookie Worm? I read just about everything. I read a little bit of everything. I've got a Kindle unlimited uh, membership for that's for like $11 or so. Yeah, it's about $11 or so for that Kindle unlimited membership. But it's kind of a pain in the butt. Hello, Starboy. Exactly, Bookie Worm. Well, that's good, Amy. But on the Kindle Unlimited books, you can only read so much. I call it alien porn and shifter porn. As romances, they've got a whole lot of that out there on there. As romance, as calling itself a romance, but it sure does have a lot of porn. I read it for the romance and the love and the family stuff. Exactly, wrote Bookie Worm. I was trying to ignore that. Okay, what's the secret, Starboy? Hello, Cyberrax. No, I'm hiding over at the laundromat washing clothes. I hope everybody goes to heaven. I even when I saw a movie, I didn't like it, Left Behind, and they had this woman just chipper as could be, piped up. They had a woman just chipper as could be, piped up that animals didn't have souls, so if you died, your animal wouldn't go to heaven. That irritated me to death. Hmm, that's good, Starboy. Boogie Worm, I'm not so sure. Oh yes, it is Boogie Worm. And what made me hate it the most was that woman just so casually. She's obviously never been an animal lover because she just so casually and gleefully popped up about animals didn't have souls. And so you wouldn't find your long lost pets in heaven. I don't know if you will find your long lost pets in heaven, but I figure animals have souls because uh, I just do. They're God's creature. Now that don't mean I won't eat a cow or a chicken or a pig. That's food. Hmm. Exactly. Yeah. Hey, Cybervax. It's happy laundry today for me. Well, Bookworm, that's good. My parents just recently passed, both of them. My dad, Halloween of 2022, uh, like a week before, he was having exactly. That's for Starboard, Genty. But exactly. But my dad started having problems. Uh, but my dad started having problems in October, and he ended up in a nursing home for a little while. He ended up in the nursing home for a little while, and he died within like a week of the nursing home on Halloween night. And then by May of the next year, my mom had passed. Actually, the 22nd would be my mom would be past 2 years. It was like they had got a divorce and they couldn't live together anymore. But after he went, she went quick. Starboy, that book of Enoch, I've heard a lot of people read that. My brother reads that. I think Bookie Worms will read too much, uh, Celtic, no, Scottish romance or something. I've read a lot. Oh, Bookie Worm, I've got a. I don't know if you've read this series or not. It's a good series. It's by Suzanne Brockman, and she writes like military romance books, special forces and stuff like that. Start off with Unsung Hero. It's about a man. It was about a man in Navy SEAL ending up ending up taking out a terrorist, but it's a romance. Hello, Caxo Bloxy, and it's good. It's a good series. Look up Suzanne with a Z and two N's, Brockman, and look. Well, if you can remember the Troubleshooters, that's the series. The one of the titles, little book series of her what she writes. But yeah, she writes a lot of good books. And it's just people live and let live and a lot of fun. Well, it's not live and let live when you got the terrorists are getting what they got coming, or the bad guys. Okay, I gotta go check on my clothes. I believe there is on Atlantis because they have found stuff that looks suspiciously like with aerial with satellite photos. They have found places that look suspiciously like uh, cities underwater, but I don't know if that's real or not. And I know how, and they think they know how the American Indians got over here from China across a land bridge through Siberia. And if you go up there to Alaska, and pretty as you please, there is there's a pretty as you please. There's a what used to be a like 18 miles between Siberia and Sitka, Alaska, and it looks like a bridge, a land mass going between them. So they're thinking that's where the Inuits, used to be Eskimos, came from, and then they traveled down into the rest of America and turned it into American Indians. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about, Bookie Worm. That's what I'm talking about because if you look at the way at the yes, if you look at the geography of it and the look of the indigenous people, the real indigenous people here, American Indians here, and Inuits, they came from China across Russia and Siberia, that land bridge to Alaska, and it scattered on into America, the rest of America. Mm-hmm. Aren't the morons. Now I can believe that Star Lord, Star Boy, but as I understood it, uh, Star Boy, the Bible, yeah, enough religion. The Bible, he just broke up people's languages where they couldn't understand each other anymore. And oh, Star Boy, we're here to talk about any old thing and have fun. We're not here for sermons and preaching and weird religion. Not nothing against religion. I don't believe Starboy believes in anything. I think he's just been trying to push religion. Exactly. And exactly. I didn't, but okay. Good night, Starboy. You're not gonna go away. You're not gonna find something more less religious to talk about. Okay, I gotta run in and put clothes in the dryer. I'm gonna take y'all with me, and I'll talk as I work. One hand is gonna be a problem, but I'll talk as I work. Uh, I figure it's done. And Genty, you probably should be proud of this. I figured out two little wool balls. Yeah, you won't love it when I'm hacking, hassling, wheezing. This is a little wool ball I figured out goes in the dryer and makes clothes dry faster. And you being from Scotland, you probably know what I'm talking about with all the wool I got around there. Over here is the owner of the laundromat. Hold on, let me turn it around. Here's the laundromat. It says it's ready. See this big washer? It takes 8 loads for like $9.50. I can put everything we own in here. And that noise is the nice cooling fan that's on here. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm back where you can see me. See the laundry, see the water dryer? Well, if you think about it, Genty, you're, instead of, hold on, you see all these? That's the little washers. And this is a big dryer, this hold 50 pounds. Or dryer, 60 pounds. If you think about it, Genty, you're saving money by doing it all in one big dryer, washer. Because you add in all the little washers, $1 here and $1 there and $1 the other. Not to mention you have something like sheets or bedding you wouldn't want. I ran through the little washer because it'd kill it. Oh, here's the best place to bring it. And here's the mop sink or laundry sink. There's a little bench to sit on while you wait. But here's my bench. See? Oh, my knees. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Amy, that's a crying shame about the laundromat's closing down. CyberX is cool. And let's not talk about putting people in the washer and dryer. CyberX. People might think you're serious. I'm gonna tell you a pitiful but funny. It's pitiful. We had two small fist-sized kittens. Somebody, this girl, mentally challenged girl, thought we loved cats, so we kept coming up with random kittens. Yeah, don't fancy a spin. We kept coming up with random kittens and figured out it was her. But they had this brother and sister kitten we had that's about the size of a fish, about this big. And, oh yeah, snooze spice damage, a little turkey. He stopped biting so much. Anyway, we had put clothes in the dryer, and the sister was walking around close to the dryer crying and carrying on half the fit. Well, we got over close to the dryer and heard thump, thump. Exactly, Bookieworm. We were hearing thump, thump. That little turkey, her brother had got in the dryer. We were kids. We didn't know no better. We snatched the dryer open, fished him out. He had lost all his toenails, his little whiskers, and we were sitting there with cool wash rags cooling him back down. And he went from scared, traumatized to poor baby. He lived over it and didn't really hurt him because we caught it before something happened. But we learned to start closing the dryer door. But he went from pitiful to milking it, laying there enjoying all that attention. And I hope I didn't upset anybody with that story because, like I said, it had a cute ending because he wasn't in there long enough to seriously hurt him. He was just in there long enough to snatch his whiskers and eyebrow and toenails out. But he had them little baby claws. No, it's just his whiskers. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with cats and kittens when we were kids. My daddy professed to hate cats. He just hated cats. He had a big big pint jar of milk he was sitting up there drinking, and had it sitting on the floor. Oh, we were very happy we got him out. That was pitiful. But my dad was sitting up there drinking out of that pint of milk, and he looked around, and a kitten was standing on its head, drowning in the milk. And my dad said, "You little bastard," and scared him. He slapped the milk jar over and saved the kitten. He said he hated those cats, but that scared him. It made him save the kitten. And you have to understand, my dad was a hard man, was a rough man, so stuff like that did bother him. And we taught him how to hunt. They were pretty wild cats. We taught them to hunt because we were living where they had lizards and stuff. Hello, Scott Jones. Uh, I guess. No, he wasn't. Well, yeah, he was, but and that deal when the kitten was stuck in the milk jar, he slapped it over. He saved the kitten. Exactly. But anyway, the cats, we trained to hunt because we were living in a house that had lizards all over. You know, the green lizards about like this, and we would catch a cat and throw it at a lizard on the house, and they got started hunting for themselves, taking care of themselves. What was funny was years later, went outside the house and I was hearing her crying, and we had you know how Genty and Amy. I'm sure you know this more than some of the guys are. Yeah, well, not really. We used to play with them, more for earrings. I was being raised with Gremlin as the only other person to play with. We were tomboys. But anyway, you know how rose bushes will grow like this? The stems will grow like this. Okay, hey Amy. But anyway, I told him about accidentally running a kitten through dryer and rescued him, and he lived. Anyway, but you know how rose bush things grow like this? Well, I heard a kitten out there yowling and screaming, carrying on. He was wild. I went out there and I pulled the rose bush, the branches apart, and he hit, hey, Roadrunner, and I pulled the rose bush thing apart, and that kitten, he was smaller than my fist. He was all puffed up and hit the ground, and he told me, as he left, he didn't say, thank you. I knew better than touch that kitten. He was all messed up over that rose bush. But yeah, like I said, I knew better than touch that kitten. Well, unforeseen, that wasn't messed up. The kitten was outside, and I found it out there hanging in the front yard by the porch. It wasn't like it was out there for days. Uh, we rescued it, and he went on had a good life. We had a lot of fun with our animals, and it wasn't all torture and being mean. It was just stuff animals get into with a bunch of little kids. Well, Genty, that's what this was. It was a little outside cat. His mama was sweet as could be. My dad had coon dogs, hunting dogs. And the puppies would get out, and that cat was training them puppies to trail. We know she was, because she'd be walking about this far in front of them, and they keep bumping her in the butt with her nose, and she'd turn around and show them the toenails, and they'd back up, sit down. Yeah. But what was funnier than that was when my dad'd be out there feeding them at the pen, and the dogs were jumping up and down, barking and having a fit, and he realized she was sitting out there. You can't tell me this that cats don't do this stuff. She was sitting down out there far enough away from him he didn't see her, but the dogs could. I had her legs stretched up, washing her nether regions, and them dogs out there having a fit, barking at her, and him out there cussing that cat. Yeah. Yes, sir, smart. She knew exactly what she was doing. She was aggravating him. But nothing was as funny as Daddy didn't want that we had an indoor cat, and Daddy always wore. Yes, Bookie Worm. I had a little dog, Rosie. She's like a. Thank you, unforeseen. But I miss my little Rosie. She was a Jack Russell. I think Parson Russell Terrier mix. Well, she was sweet, but she wasn't so sweet. She'd bite the snot out of you if you weren't careful. Yes, they are smart. That's why they don't listen to us. They did listen to my mama. My mama had a cigarette case, and good aim. She would tell this cat to get off of the counter. The cat would be pretty much giving her the cat version of the finger and on up her doing what she was doing. My mom would shake that cigarette case at her, and the cat would get off that counter because Mama could reach her from there. But what was funniest of all was my daddy. Oh, oh man, Remy, that's messed up. Uh, we moved in when we first got Rosie. She was just a itty bitty puppy, and we had another Jack Russell Terrier. And on that hill was working alive with moles. I mean, there was nowhere you could step without stepping in a mole hole. Uh, for long, we didn't have any more moles because the puppies had ate them all, had killed them all. But anyway, my daddy always wore his shoes in the house. He went to his grave with the feet of a baby. He never wore shoes. He never took his shoes off. He just always wore them. But what was funny was he would get after the cat for being on the table, finishing up our dinner. Well, that cat would be up on the table helping himself to what was left over. And Daddy, you'd hear him all the way in the back room, put his shoes on, and by the time he got to the dining table, the cat was under the table, cleaning his feet, and he hadn't been on that table. Tell me that's not smart. I don't know what you mean, Sigma Rebene. Hello. But yeah, yeah. This truck I'm sitting in, Gremlin, he had good credit. Well, Roadrunner, I was raised barefoot. Uh, like right now, I'm sitting here with my Crocs kicked off. I'm not wearing shoes. Hello, Pamela Neal. Nice to see you. Well, how do you swim, Roadrunner, with tennis shoes on? I'm kidding. But yeah, I went driving one time with flip flops after I got my car back, and I got a flip flop hung under the brake pedal. I got a flip flop hung under the brake pedal, and that fouled me up. I went down to the store and found some good, decent shoes because I'm telling you, I've got large feet because I was so big. I was wearing a 10 and a half 4E men's tennis shoe, and them flip flops was huge, so I had to go find me some shoes to slip on and off so I could drive because I wasn't driving wearing flip flops anymore. Huh. Well, I don't know why you'd want divers boots to be comfortable. I saw, hello D-Man kids. I saw those shoes that are like swimming shoes. It's got all your toes. It's like gloves for your feet. That looks pretty interesting. But I never got the hang of swimming. Gremlin, when we were kids, he's only 3 years older than me, and I was pretty well close to him in size because he didn't get very big until he was like 25. He hit his full growth. You probably saw those people that are slow growers. Well, Gremlin was a slow grower getting big. No, I don't remember you, Alan and Nuke, but hello. But anyway, we were out there in the swimming pool, and Gremlin was going to help me learn to swim. So he had me up on his arms, across his arms, how you do with kids, hang them over your arms. And he slipped, and I went face first to the bottom of the pool. It wasn't that deep, but I was 7. I said, I don't ever want to be in the water again. So I didn't go back swimming. But yeah, But yeah, but yeah, look at my laundry, see how it's doing. Uh, oh, it's behind that post. Yep, it's still moving. Where I'm sitting, I can see the laundry from out here. See the laundry, see the drum stop running, I'll know to go. But yeah, but we had a lot of fun with those oh yeah, Ben Buttercup the other day. Hello, the Ghost Line. Ben Buttercup did a video of me the other day, had my face and called myself Ghost Frog, Crazy Dog, and just don't remember it all. But the video has been taken down. I don't know why the video was taken down, but I don't care. Uh, if he's got that little goal in his life that he has time to sit and come up with that mess, uh, more power to him, I guess. It was probably taken down for harassment. He's got another one talking about maybe I should go take a bath and take a wash and all that, and got me in the background walking around behind Gremlin. But well, Ghost Line, no, I can't do donuts. If you talk about the car, I never drove like that. I don't drive like that. I'm an extra cautious driver. But but yeah, he had one where I needed to. Well, funny you should. Well, yeah, we could do donuts in this Ghost Line. Uh, my brother had good credit. Let me set the scene. We were in Pie Town, New Mexico, back not this January, but January before. Snow up to your knees. Oh, well, that's cool. Uh, but we were in Pie Town, New Mexico, at like 7,000 feet. Snow up to your knees. Our Dodge Caravan wasn't cutting it anymore, and it got snowed in and stuck. So Gremlin had such good credit. We called 2 hours away, and they delivered us this truck. And we're making payments on this truck. This truck is 4-wheel drive, sport, and all, and it handled snow so good. But I'm a careful driver. I drive like I got sense because I'm not the one having to make payments on this thing. My brother is. I'm just blessed that he's letting me drive it. I come back with a bumper hanging off and I won't be driving anymore. Thank you, Jenny. I'm glad. I like that a little video. Well, I do have something heavy duty. This Ford F-150 is huge. Oh, okay. I remember the old Nissans. I don't know how long back, but uh, yeah. I just try to drive. This is a 2017 truck, and we're doing fine with the payments and having fun with it. That sounds like it'd be good. I had a Chevy Spark. When I first got my first car back after a few years, I got a Chevy Spark, and if anybody knows what that is, that's a toaster on wheels, a little bit small car. Hello, Luffy for Red. I think I remember you, but anyway, I had a little bit small a Chevy Spark, and for like within a week or two of driving it, they had this lady backed up into me without even looking. I was in my apartment complex parking lot. Yes, they are. This is a four-seater. We got room in the back for the puppies to hang out in the back seat. I don't. I love my dogs. They're not going in the tailgate. They're going to hang out in the back seat or in the front seat with us where we are. They deserve air conditioning and not get splattered on the highway because they got dumb. But but anyway, that lady wasn't looking when she backed up, and I was in full reverse, and she backed into my front grill, front bumper, and it caused $4,000 worth of damage. They had to replace the whole front grill, and me in full reverse trying to get away from her. And my nephew had the nerve to ask me, he said, "Well, did you buy the horn?" No, I was too busy running trying to get out of line of fire. Oh, yes, they do, Coastline. Uh, yes, they do take a lot of diesel. But, but yeah. And then later on, I was driving that little bitty car, had Gremlin, and two guys in the back, and we was driving 65. The speed limit was 65, and Gremlin hollered, "Deer!" Never mind. I clipped a deer with the front right head bumper. Nobody, this airbags didn't go off or anything. Well, Mrs. No airbags didn't go off or anything, and that did like $4,000 worth of damage to the front bumper. I know the deer was dead because later I saw buzzards. That's birds eat dead stuff. By the way, Mrs. All About Me. That was my first experience with I'm I've kind of got mixed reviews on the fully electric stuff. We don't have enough infrastructure for charging stations just anywhere you need them to be. We were out there in Arizona. I think it was Arizona. It might have been New Mexico. And we saw a sign that said it was like 100 miles between one gas station and the next gas station. There wasn't any towns out there. I don't know how far an electric car would run in that situation. Find yourself broke down on the side of the road and a gas station that didn't have an charging thing. Have a charging place. Then where you gonna be? You're gonna be sitting out there waiting for the tow truck the company to come tow it off and take it off to the shop to get charged. 'Cause you can always walk down the road and get a can of gas. You can't walk down the road and get a can of electricity. But people that want the electric cars and stuff and live in town, I don't really see a problem with it. But yeah, that deal about backing up till it hurts. Uh, Hello LBS Sazo. No, I'm not a nun that's holding my hair back because my hair is long and gets in my face. Exactly, Roadrunner, that's what I think. I heard a comedian talking about a Prius being the perfect, uh, domestic violence vehicle. You know, somebody's mad, they're stalking down the side of the road out of the car, and a Prius sneak up behind them and bump them. Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I don't think turning a pickup truck into all electric is a good idea, because I saw where they have videos of electric versus gas trucks trying to pull the same thing, and they don't do as good. But yeah, but talking about backing up till it hurts. My first car had a backup camera. Oh, okay. But they had a backup camera. And I had never dealt with backup camera. I just assumed backup camera meant, oh boy, just never looked behind me. I was backing up and they had a little small tree on oh heck, traffic median. You know, traffic median. It's like in the parking lot where they've got parking lots, they've got little trees and little islands. Yeah, little island. And yes, I imagine that didn't end well and Pookie Worm and little boogers were meant for economy, not speed. But anyway, that had uh, I was backing up. I saw the tree way back there. I looked over at my shoulder, and that tree was right there. I would have hit the curb before I hit the tree, but that told me to not depend on that backup camera exclusively. So from then on, I used the backup camera as a guide. Okay, something's back there. Let me watch for where it's at. My daddy, he was almost 90, put in, well, I'm going to get a backup camera and put in my truck. Hard headed. Women don't know anything. We're stupid. I told him, hello, George. I said, Daddy, I said, when you get that put in, do not trust that backup camera exclusively. We'll look behind you because you might run over something. He didn't listen. He put the backup camera. He knew what he was doing. He ran over his trailer hitch. He was trying to hook to a trailer. He ran over his trailer hitch and went up under the trailer, up under the truck, took out some of the wiring, and he broke his mailbox. All because he didn't listen. Hello, Alchemist Lab. Well, Alchemist Lab, if you want to call yourself a Negro, that's fine with me, but that's... Well, we're not going to get in that Alchemist Lab. I sit on the front porch a lot too, and you see what color I am. Yeah. Okay, well, everybody, I'm going to have to get off of here so I can go check, see if my laundry's ready to be taken home. Oh, yeah, I imagine that was hilarious, Bookie Worm. I'm going to get Gremlin to look that up. Okay, Alchemist Lab, you're getting too far out there racist. I don't care. I don't care if you are Negro, as you put it. That's getting too far out there. We can't comment on that or it'll upset people. I'm gonna get off here, everybody. We gotta either a troll or I'm gonna look up that Chevy Spark and get Gremlin to run it tonight. Okay, bye everybody. Moo moo. Love you. See you tonight.